All right, I'm gonna try this. Not really feeling in the mood to do it tonight, but I'm being asked to do it. So I still have a good level of communication with my spirit guides. The comment about me, you're being hypocritical because I, I'm talking about the evils of money. That's what I'm asking for. Yeah, but that's, you need that. You need it for this, and there's a lot of people that comment, against what I'm saying, especially when I'm asking for money. But that's my point. You see, I'm trying to show you what people need out here is money, and what you've made it. Like, they don't need food. They don't need the things. What they need is the money to be able to buy the things that they want to buy and eat. And if they're out here and having to deal with this shit, doing whatever it takes for them to be out here and dealing with it. Oh, but if they stop everything, yeah. But then again, if they stop everything they're doing, clean up, go get focus on getting yourself out of not being homeless, and then going back to the thing that you ran away from, the thing that you couldn't deal with. So you went into this place where you went back. To a place where you didn't have to do any of that, and everybody's pointing their fingers, and then all of a sudden you go out there and the sudden he's like, oh, can I trade? I have this for the no, you need money. Oh, can I have some water? Well, you have to pay for it. Everywhere I go, I have to pay for everything. And there's nothing really except for like the food that they give you, and then the feedings that food bombs and all this other stuff that's out there. You can go and get food, but you have to go and get. So the whole trek is just going. I mean, how is that like necessary in this day and age? I mean, how we watch Star Trek, and we watch Star Trek push buttons and have food prepared for them, phased in or something. But we can't do it for our own selves at a place where everyone can do it. There has to be a cost on it, and because there's a cost on it, the only people that can do it at first is the wealth class, because they get to try it out the best, and then eventually we'll make it cheap enough for them to use. But for now, it's going to be expensive, so we can only use it. That's the thing. How is a civilization? How are you looking at a civilization? How in God's name are you looking out there at your civilization, saying, God damn it, this is the best we can do? How are you looking out into your reality, into this reality that they pushed you into? How are you looking out and saying to yourself, man, I think we're doing a great job here. This civilization is stressing itself out to keep the wealth class, up on top, and as you're holding them, just working really hard to just, make sure I have this job. If not, I'll be down there with those homeless people, but I'm gonna hold this up for the wealth class, and eventually they're just gonna come by and piss on me. But it's okay because they're paying me. That's what you were doing. To me, it's just pure disgust. So when you say to me, why don't you just get a job? Well, there's other things you could do. There's non-profits you can join. All this stuff. Why you can? Man. I don't like. You know why I don't like money? Because I have to fucking ask for it right now to survive. Well, you can do just yeah, but then I do this, go to the feeding here and go to the library here and do this and that. Now I'm trying to show you that it's not fair as a society that you have a poverty class, that you have homeless. Someone saying, well, what are you doing asking for money? Donations ask for money all the time. But I'm not considered a donation because what I'm saying, it doesn't resonate with some of you, a lot of you. That's because they've trained you to be like these little monkeys that just type away until you die. It doesn't resonate with you because what are we gonna do without money? It doesn't resonate you because you were trained to be this cattle, this sheep that the wealth class can just move this way or that way, and where they put in front of you, $1 bill, money. Yeah, I need it, so I'm asking for it. Please donate whatever you can so I can continue doing this. I can continue fighting this. You know why? Because I ain't got shit else to do in life. Because and nothing else that I will go out there and do will be as meaningful as this to me. Why? Because I'm not being asked by your fucking creator to do this. You don't believe me? Then fuck off. If you believe me, understand that this is something that your own God, your creator, is asking you to do, but you can't hear it because you got too many 5G shits going in your head. So I ask you again. If you can donate some money to me, that's great. If you're going to insult me about asking the money and asking for the thing that I'm saying we should get rid of, well, if we got rid of it, I wouldn't have to ask for it, right? I wouldn't have to beg, borrow, steal, or work. Work I can't. I can't work in your civilization anymore, no. As soon as I get a job where I can work 4 hours a day and get everything for free, that's the job I'll take. Other than that, it's like, I'm not going to take a job. Thank you. Number 2, I can borrow. Borrow until my next Social Security check. And again, I get that shit because I was fucking worked 25 years, broke my ass for these assholes, and I paid into it. So don't tell me that I can't. And look at me. You think I'm crazy enough not to be able to sit in a job and say, fuck you. You're not gonna tell me what to do. You know, I'm not your fucking slave, asshole. Because that's what I will do to somebody if I sit in a job and they say to me, you have to do this now. But if you don't do this like this, we're gonna like you. Fuck you. Take your job and shove it up your fucking ass. So that's what I would do, you know. So there's no way I can work in you. So I can't beg, borrow. But then all of a sudden, it's like I'm up to just about half of my next SSG check loaned out to people that I asked for money. And they, okay, but you're gonna have to. It's no donation. It's I'm giving it to you, but you're gonna pay back. Okay, so then that's how I'm going. So beg, borrow, steal. Well, I tried to steal a scooter because I was pissed off because they kept on stealing my shit. And, I don't steal from other human beings, but I'll go into a store where they're making a shitload of money off of us and say, you know what? I'm going to walk out with this and see what happens. And because of it, yeah. So beg, I've done. Begging is what I do. And can you please give me a donation so I can keep on doing what I'm fucking doing? Because I've been out there fucking 2 years. I spent all my fucking Android. I left everything that I had. A nice pretty life with a bright little girlfriend and woo and playing all these nice things for people. I left that to fucking save this stupid civilization. And you don't believe that? Then please stop watching this, man. But if you believe that, please help me out here because I do really need to be able to continue doing what I'm doing. Because if not, then I just sit here and ooh, and after a while, just, you know what, get the backpack and just get the fuck out of here. It's sustained action. That's the thing about Occupy Wall Street, man. Occupy Wall Street every day. I was basically on some sort of hallucinogen or mind-altering or mind-expanding thing. I'm fine with them. I'm a shaman. They don't affect me like you fucking morons. They don't affect me like, they'll be, oh no, what's going to happen if he takes it? Oh, it's going to OD. Oh, no. I'm a shaman. I don't fucking do that. What I'm trying to do is do something so I can continue doing what I'm doing that I've been wasting my fucking 2 years on to try to save your fucking asses. It's crazy. Go away then. So I can save you from the outcome that I've seen happen because I've been able to project myself into the future, into every probability, and everyone except one, you survive. You don't survive. So I'm trying to get that one. That's how your creator made it. It didn't make it easy for you to go into the next level of being without being able to be ready for it. And unfortunately, your monetary system and your system of slavery that surrounds it, that in itself is keeping you basically dumb, stupid sheep that follow along as these billionaires ride you into hell, man. That's what I can say. So I'm trying to make that maybe understand. It's not as it's just some kind of like cult thing. No, I'm just trying to make you guys understand. If anybody can tell me what I'm saying that the thing that's enslaving you money, if it was removed and you go back to a tribal living, your existence would be a lot better, more like heaven on earth and hell on earth than it is now. That's what I'm saying. That is just the solution to fucking almost all of your problems as a civilization. As a programmer, that's what I did. I went inside, looked at businesses, and I checked out departments, and found out where I can make applications to make their jobs better. And usually it did, except for the budgets. The budget said no, you can't. Yeah, but I would no, you can't do it. You had to put in budget. Okay, I'll do. Okay, so it's always the budget that made it worse. But if not, I could have made it fucking tip top. Sean, fine, man, their jobs would have been like bomb. That's what I did for many years. So now I'm looking at your civilization going like, how can you fix a civilization like not take bandage here, bandage here, bandage here, but the whole thing just wipe it out? With the majority of problems that are created by your civilization that are keeping you stupid, that are keeping you not evolved. Do you understand? You're monkeys with suits. You're not evolved beings. Evolved beings don't have a monetary system to enslave each other with. Get it? Get it out of your system, and then get it out of your civilization. And guess what? Boom. Because if not, like a programmer, right? As a programmer, if I put all these little fixes in, it doesn't fix it. Right? It doesn't fix it. It doesn't fix it. What do you do after a while? It's not fixing. Well, can you put like the big fix? No. That's not it. Whoever wrote it originally, they didn't let me go that way, so I can't do it that way. I'd have to like rebuild the whole thing from scratch. So what are you gonna do? So I got two choices. You know, keep it the way it is, and like it's all fucked up, and eventually it's just gonna die in itself. You know how programs are. Like it's all of a sudden it's like you're just gonna get to a little level with the newer. You know, does this have the newest version? No, it doesn't work on this version, kind of a thing. After a while, it's just gonna, you know, you're not going to be able to use it. And then afterwards, at that point, you're gonna have to like struggle to try to get something to create in this room. What do? It's like, well, we got so many problems now. It's not gonna look just like let's kill it now. Let's just like put it, and then what I'll do is that I'll create a brand new one, and that brand new piece of software that's it's gonna be like this one, but it's gonna have a lot more. Now I've learned a lot about how the way this guy did it. It was awful, man. So I learned a lot about what you guys need. So I'll do a new one that's gonna be, you know, more in line with what you need. The only problem is that same virus is put into every one. It comes from, like, you know, the company. It's a little virus, but that little virus is money, and that little virus ends up taking whatever you do and destroying it. That's how your creator feels. The thing of it is that he wants you to overcome it, and you can't, because it's literally like, no, what are we gonna do with our money? Oh, whoa, this guy's crazy. You know, I have all this money because of it. So he's telling me that I shouldn't have all this money. I shouldn't have all these big things and all these fancy cars and all that fucking shit I'm sorry about that. All this shit that fucking Elon Musk has, and now because he's the richest man in the world, everybody's, oh, I want to be Elon Musk. Yeah. You think there's a creator up there that sees you doing that and goes like, these guys are in the right direction. So I'm just saying that's what I'm trying to, you know, show. Yeah, well, I need the fucking money because that's the fucking problem. I'm trying to abolish it to get rid of it, because if everything that I do, I need money to do, and the big problem that I have, one of the biggest problems I have, they don't have the money to actually do it. You know what? So the problem isn't me not having enough money to do it. The problem is me having to need money to do it, which is what you people are doing. You don't need money to do what you're doing, right? And you look at me and go, why don't you go out and work for a living like the rest of us? I can't. I told you why. So it's work for a living. Now, beg for a living. That only works so far. Afterwards, I'm not your mother. You can't stop asking me for money. You can't just keep asking me for money like that. I just don't have it, right? You can borrow money, but then you can always borrow yourself into. I'm already half into like my next SSD jack deposit. Half from borrow just because I don't have enough now. And I still got 12 days to go. Work, beg, borrow, steal. We already went into that. I can't steal money. I can only steal things that I needed to buy with money, and that's always taking a chance of getting up in a jail, in a cage. So I avoid that at all costs. Beg, borrow, steal, work, beg, borrow, steal for a living. What else is there for a living? Anything else? Anybody else have anything else for a living? Going once, going twice. That's three. No, there's nothing else that you can do for a living other than those things, right? Yeah. And if not, what happens? Well, I guess you die. Wow, man. So you mean God helped me create this body, right? And like Mother Earth allows me to be here and live on it, you know, both for free, right? And all of a sudden I get here and some jerk is telling me that I have to earn a living. I have to earn a living. What? God, he's not listening. Mother Earth, she's like, I don't know, man. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. Just go. Somebody tell me I have to earn a living. right? Well, there's a lot of things you can do to make the money that you need to survive. The problem is that you need money to survive. So money ends up being what? The worst drug you could fucking use in this fucking whole planet. It is literally fucking ripping the livelihoods and the lifetimes away from people. Money. You need to survive. So I have to earn a living. So I have to earn a living. I'm earning. I can't earn a living because who's going to pay me to say the things that I'm saying right now? Whatever it is that I'm saying, it's going to affect the wealth class, and the wealth class is going to do everything what? To make sure that my verse is not heard at all. Nothing like what I say is ever going to come out, right? Because they control everything. The media, the education, everything. They control your fucking mind to the point where you're like, oh, well, you have to get a job, buddy, all right? We have to all earn a living, so how come you get to not earn a living and ask for money? Well, I have to go out work and earn a living. Why don't you just join me on this side? Why doesn't everybody join me on this side? 7 billion people joining me on this side. 7.5 billion. And you see that all of a sudden, that guy and his fucking billionaires, and as his billions doesn't worth shit anymore. He's basically just another one of us that somehow manipulated and controlled 8 billion people on this planet to understand that he's the richest man in the world. Ha ha! Look at me. Don't everybody want to be me? And I'm going to say, you can if you have children right now, throw them away. If you don't like hearing any kind of like profanity, right? Put your hands on your ears. Put your hands on your ears. Go, right? Go. Y'all 8 billion people can all line up and suck his fucking dick every day of your fucking lives because that's exactly what you're doing for these assholes. Do you understand? Go ahead. They're waiting for you. Go ahead. And you can take the hands off the ears. It's cool. Okay, great. You can even, if you ever cut it off, so that just in case the kids don't put their hands over the ears. Just in case, you just cut it on the video. Just make sure this whole part is edited, so that the last part, so that if the kids take their hands off the ears, they still don't hear it. Until, of course, they have to do it, right? So, for those of you, again, continue to comment on the lack of me understanding why do you you're asking for money to you're finding money. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody that makes money has to then what? Put your hands on your ears. Yeah. Suck money's dick until you fucking die too. You see? Everybody needs money. Now the birds don't need money, the sun don't need money, and nothing else except the human that has convinced another human that they need money to survive. And what happens to be the money that they need to survive? The thing that makes them a lot more important than you. How stupid is that as opposed to say, how do you look out into your civilization and say, oh, this is the best we can do? I don't understand in any way, shape, or form. That's why I know my soul is from another dimension, Arcturus. Come down to say like, hey guys, you know what you should do? Is like, holy shit, they're not doing it. What? Oh man, what they're doing? What are they doing to me now? They're killing me? They're sticking me into a cage? They're crucifying me? Damn man, I was just here to help. That's how I know I'm not human. So anybody that says, what's wrong with him? He thinks he's not human and everything. He's like an alien or something. He's crazy. So anyone that thinks that way, I just prove to you that I'm not fucking human because I don't understand everything in your civilization. Not that I wasn't taught it. I was taught it. I was programming. I built whole applications based on it. And it is the biggest waste of time that you have imposed and enslaved yourselves with. Lifetime after fucking lifetime. Good luck with that. You think heaven is full of 7 billion angels? Good luck with that. So, anybody else has any more comments about how I'm asking for money, and then I'm also like, you see, the thing is, I'll never have enough money to beat money. Okay? Money will always have more money than me to beat it. I can never. But maybe if I activate enough people and I get an idea, start enough people, maybe that hold that money has on you, that make sure they don't get past 10% brain, because the money never wants more than 10% brain. Because anything past 10% brain, you'll understand that it's fucking enslaving you. And it's a tool for the wealth class to keep you fucking slaves. Oh, we don't have any more kings and queens. Yes, you do. Plenty of them. They just don't call themselves kings and queens anymore. They call them like wealth and, the things that are more important than you. And that's the one thing that your creator keeps on asking me to remind y'all, is that whatever price tag they put on your stupid asses, I'm sorry, I called you stupid, but he did, she did, it did. The price tags are and the value that you're worth, and how much money you have, and what are you born with, what do you die with, all that, right? All that, right? Is a lie, because you're priceless. There is nothing more, because you are a creation that your creator put on a planet, a living organism that with a whole bunch of other things that you'll need, so you could evolve, grow, and have your souls be able to come through like a school and ascend eventually. That's not what they taught you. They taught you the other stuff, and whatever the other stuff is, it's just to try to kind of control you, man. You need to, rethink your civilization. You need to do it really fast, because you don't have a lot of time left. And that's why I'm here. That's why a bunch of us are here trying to do this, but you're all doing the same thing. You either don't let them say anything about COVID. All of it. I didn't say that word, YouTube, I swear. I didn't say that. I said all of it. All of it. Restrict you from doing what you need to do. And not be able to help y'all do what you need to do. You think you're a civilization? Your entire civilization? You weren't helped by celestial beings? You thought that it was all came from you, from your little body? And you're the most impressive minds that went to school and learned and got their PhDs and whatever. Then you needed a PhD to be able to to train somebody right, to convince them, to convince everyone that this is the way you should be doing stuff. See, I'm not telling you you should be doing it anyway. You should be doing it the way your DNA is telling you. And the reason you're not listening, because you're trained to be there. As opposed to being the creator. Your creator said one more time, you're priceless. There's no price tag any human being should have on its head. Every human being should be considered that, and should be taken care of from birth to death, giving it a free existence, just like everything else on this planet, just everything else in this universe. That's what it needs to do. Two, take care of you better start taking care of Mother Earth. I mean, I'm talking about, like, would you go and suck the blood out of your dog and stick it in your gas tank? How about like chopping your dog up in little pieces and selling it off for a profit? That's what you're doing. So you're treating your dog better than you're treating a living organism that's allowing you to live on it. It has its own ecosystem. How much more advanced is this living organism that's allowing us to live on it than your stupid scientists, than your stupid politicians, and your stupid governments, and your stupid science infantry? How much more advanced is this living organism that they don't even understand how the fuck it's doing it than you? Yet you treat it worse than your fucking dog. Okay? So, reverse that a little bit. Not to say that you treat your dog any worse. You should at least treat them equal. It's like, what would Jesus do, right? What would I do if Mother Earth was my dog? Because that seems to be a lot better than what you're doing right now. Those two things. That's what your creator is telling me. And whatever you want to call your creator, string it on the line. Because the only one that would say no is Satan or something, some demonic fucking being that's making believe is your creator. But overall, the thing that created you, the last thing it wants is anything that you're doing in this civilization. Anything that's revolving around profit, money, competition, anything else that you're wasting your fucking times on. And lifetimes on. There is no creator that would say, good job, guys. Keep it going for at least another 200-300 years. So, that's what I'm doing. And, unfortunately, God doesn't have the power to put a big pile of money next to me. Your creator can't interfere. That's why he sends us to help. But we can only help it to a certain point. Right? To a certain point. So, I've lost everything that I built, including a girlfriend in the house. I all my savings, the little money that I got from that other house, every little thing that I get, it goes to being out here doing what I'm doing right now. And I've been able to develop this, to be able to say this to the point where it's coming through me so naturally that I'm telling you this is not a staged act, and I'm not looking to make a fucking movie deal. This is something that I need to explain to enough people that they'll go through their heads and everybody else's heads to save your civilization. You don't believe that? You're the problem. So when you're seeing that thing happening, that's gonna completely devastate your civilization, you'll think back and say like, oh, maybe if we all would have listened to that. Because what I'm saying is not coming through me as a human being. What I'm saying is coming through me as an Arcturian soul that can communicate with God directly to the point where your creator sent us down here to do this for you. I'm not trying to make no cult. I don't give a shit. If you feel that too, go ahead. To say we're all here to what? To do this. And if there's enough of you out there, hopefully my stuff that I've done has activated you, or something else that's been happening has activated you, and you're doing the same thing. If you're not, then good luck, man, because you ain't got much time left. And a snake eating its own tail, eventually it'll get to the head, and there'll be nowhere else to go except for a snake, right? It's hungry, so it starts eating its own tail, which is about eating its own tail. It gets smaller and smaller, but it's still, okay, I'm still surviving until it gets to its head, and then it just goes, oops, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Poof. That's what you're doing in your civilization. Nothing better. There's nothing in the universe likes what you're doing as a species. You should have been like, wait, you took a wrong course, and that's the thing. It puts these little obstacles for you in front of you, especially these big obstacles for you to seek. Where they overcome it, they can't be up here then, man. There's a certain breed of higher ascended beings that you become when you have undergone something so strong as a civilization together, and that you will have lasted 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 years before. But if not, don't expect more than a couple of years of what they're telling me. But even if it's 10 years, even if it's 20 years, it's 30 years. How long will your civilization go eating its own tail, doing the same thing it's been doing? Then eventually, oh yeah, it's creating a lot more bodies because there's a lot of souls here that haven't ascended, but eventually it'll be too much from Mother Earth that she'll wipe you off. At least a third, if not more off you. That's the whole story of Noah. That's what it represented. But it didn't happen back then. It was a story about what's going to happen in the future, which is what's going to happen to you, one way or the other, if you don't understand what you need to do. You have to understand what you're doing to the planet and to yourselves as a species. And that's what I'm trying to make people understand. So if you can help me and you can donate some money for me, I appreciate it, because then that'll keep me going. I don't have no savings, so there's nothing I can fall back on. Everything I've been given, everything I've used, I've used. Because every time I try to say, okay, let me walk away from this thing, I can't. That's why I know it's in my DNA. That's why I know it's my purpose. Unfortunately, either you don't believe me or you want to try to stop me because you want to make sure you can't get rid of money. We need it, man. Hey, man, make it so we're making it. We're making it now. It's like, yeah, but the majority aren't. And when the head makes money and the rest of the body is dying away, guess what? Eventually, there won't be any head left either. Yeah, guys. Namaste. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya.